lot of action from the auto space in the primary market.
Absolutely, and we have a guest right here with us in the studio. The IPO of ASK Automotive is open for public subscription today. It's priced between 268 and 282 rupees per share. It will conclude on the 9th. There's no fresh issue in this particular IPO. Kuldip Singh Rathee, the Chairman and Managing Director of ASK Automotive, is here with us in the studio. Now, just a little bit about ASK Automotive. The company is the largest manufacturer of two-wheeler advanced braking systems in India, and they have a market share of 50% in the OEM space. So, Mr. Rathee is here with us. Mr. Rathee, thanks a lot for joining us on the show.
Thank you, Sonia. Good afternoon, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
No, thank you for being here. And, I just wanted to start by asking you, just to set the tone of the interview, in the last 2 years, I was going through your financials. Between FY21 to 23, your compounded growth rate in your top line has been very strong, in excess of about 28%. Tell me, is this a sustainable number? And now that you're sort of coming into the markets, what kind of realistic growth do you assume?
No, Sonia, last 2 years have been an aberration in all respects. So some of it is contributed by the rise in commodity prices. So the real growth is little less than this. That's around 18%, now 28%. But that also reflects in the EBITDA margin percentages.
Right.
Because you'll see less EBITDA margin percentage, but that's our cost plus margin, So cost plus margin, if the commodity prices go up, the margin remaining the same, the percentages tend to look down, So that's an aberration which will keep on denominator factor, I'll put it like that.
So the top line growth, on an average, can investors assume that you will do an 18 to 20% growth over the next few years?
I'll not say like that, but we have throughout our journey of the last 20, 30 years, it's a 3-decade-old company, we have outgrown the industry.
Okay.
And I feel that we'll keep on working hard and we'll outgrow the industry.
So let's talk about two things then. One, by a factor of how much do you outgrow the industry? Say the industry grows at 10%, do you grow 5% more than the industry?
Yes, we at least grow 5 to 7%
more than the industry.
That's the past trend,
Okay, that's the past trend. And on your margins itself, you said it's a cost plus model.
Yes.
So it is immune to commodity prices, and how much is the cost plus?
It has been immune to commodity prices because we have been totally hedged by the customer through the quarterly lag and the half-yearly lag. But after COVID, as you see, there was a big spurt in the commodity prices, like our main commodity, aluminium, that increased from 128 rupees to 235. And in that abrupt increase, we incurred some losses because the customers, our esteemed customers, they gave us the lag, but still in the next quarter, again, it was further up, But now we have revised our contracts with the customer, and now we are hedged back to back rather than quarterly or 6 months.
Okay. Mr. Rathee, if you could just elaborate a little bit in terms of the market share in the India market. I think that's your primary source of revenue.
Yes.
What is the market share that you have right now? Who are your key competitors? Who are your key clients? What is your order book looking like?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, that we have in this journey of the safety, which is a very, very high entry barriers, because I chose this line of safety where human life was involved, where technology was involved, where merit was involved. In this particular line, after getting the approval from Honda R&D, we had one marquee customer after another. You ask the customers, like first I started with Kinetic Honda, then Hero Honda, then Honda motorcycle scooter, and then Yamaha, Suzuki, TVS, and Bajaj, everyone in the Royal Enfield. So this is the marquee list of customers that we are having, and we are having these customers for the last, enjoying a relationship from the last 60 to 30 years. So that long a relationship, and never in my journey I've ever lost a customer, So this is how this operates. And as you asked the competitor, I think there is only in the two-wheeler brakes, there is one competitor in the organized segment, that was Allied, and to some extent Sundaram Brakes in the TVS.
Okay, but just narrowing in on the market share that you probably have within the Indian market.
As Crisil has mentioned, that we are enjoying the 50% market share of this country, and in all the 3 segments we are enjoying that market share. There are 3 places our brakes and friction material goes. One is the OEM, then the OES, and the independent aftermarket.
Okay.
And all the 3 segments we enjoy that majority share.
I wanted to get back to the point that Mangalam was also making on margins, right? Yeah. Because at the end of FY23, you ended margins at less than 10%, about 9.6%. But most of your peers are in double-digit margins.
I'll explain that,
Sure.
like As I said, the commodity aluminium, it abruptly shot up from 128 to 231.
But sir, that was the case for all other companies as well, right?
But I'm just saying that because of this, the percentage margins dropped, you know. And then there were lag effect also. This lag that about, it was around 20 crore lag in these 2 years we could not get.
But can you get back to double-digit margins in FY24 and 25?
I think if you see the Q1 results, how well we have grown, and we are inching towards the double-digit.
All right, final question then. This is an offer for sale. This is no fresh issue. Yeah. So how do you fund the next leg of Capex for your company? What is your Capex? And in revenues as well, you're doing two-wheelers. I see two-wheelers, EVs as well.
Yes.
What are the other opportunities of you tracking new markets? So one is on Capex, the other is revenue growth opportunities.
On the Capex front, we have already invested 300 crore in a new plant which has just become operational in Rajasthan, Karoli.
So what's the peak revenue potential?
And peak revenue prediction, our asset turnover ratio is the best in the industry. That's around 2.5, you know. So we are sorted for the next 1.5 years of growth without doing any further Capex, you know. So, and that is then the last focus area, last 5 years has been exports. We are starting very, very small. We have grown to a level of 90 crores we did last year. And that too, we got all the prestigious non-automotive customers also, like Fortune 100 company, Stanley Black & Decker in the power tools, and in the ATVs Polaris. So all these satisfied customers, the export is also growing at a very great speed.
Just one quick question from mine on the debt, because your debt equity and debt EBITDA has worsened. It's still below 1 times, but it has worsened over the last couple of years.
Yeah, our philosophy is never to cross 1 year of EBITDA.
Okay.
And every 3 years we are debt free. You will see last 2 years we were debt free and we had to do the buyback, you know, because even the working capital debt was not there. We have been generating free cash right throughout, and that through free cash and the internal accruals, we have built up 17 plants all over the country, you know, and next to the customer, you know. So debt position is because of the new plant, and which is going to serve the growth of the next 1.5 years.
All right, Mr. Rathee, we're going to let you go on that note. You know, best of luck for your IPO.
Thank you very much for joining. So nice of you, you know, you gave this opportunity.
Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us in our studio. So that is the new automotive company, Ask, which is hitting the markets with